Hey everyone, Glego here, back with yet another video. So in this video, as you can see by the title, it's a fairy tale video. I'm going to tell why I think Zeref had a terrible plan to stop Acnologia. I know Zeref also wanted to annihilate humanity, but his real, that was like a secondary plan. His real goal was to defeat Acnologia. He attempted to do this by gaining infinite magic power and then going back in time and fighting Acnologia when he was weaker, before he could master his Dragon Slayer magic. Zeref is a wuss. We get that. But his plan was actually unnecessary. He didn't need Fairy Heart. He didn't need Mavis. He actually had the tools already at his disposal. Larcade. Or specifically, a lot of Larcades. Say 12. The Larcade 12. This is Glecko. Let's get on with the video. So I was thinking about this. A couple days ago, because I was playing Fairy Tale 2, the video game. Great game. I love it. I was playing the DLC. I was fighting Larcade. I didn't realize. It keeps flashing in my head. Larcade telling. He was talking to somebody. I forgot. He was basically telling. Yeah, Irene and August and we aren't like the other Spriggan. We're far stronger than them. And the fact that Larcade is openly fine with defying, not Acnologia, August, the strongest member of the leader of the Wizards, the Spriggan 12. I was going to say the Wizard 12. He openly defies the second strongest man in the Alvarez Empire. Really goes to prove just how strong he is. And he's not like the other demons. He actually can use magic. That's going to come in. That's going to be very crucial later on. Well, to loop back to the point of this video, Zeref didn't need infinite magical power to go fight a weakened version of Acnologia. He needed 12 Larcades. See, Larcade, while weaker than Irene and August, after them, he's the third strongest of the Spriggan 12. Each one having more power than Makarov, more power than a Wizard Saint. Heck, one of the weakest Spriggan 12, God Serena, was able to beat the four strongest Wizard Saints. So Zeref made Larcade, who was his strongest demon, his strongest Aetherius. I guess we could say Natsu was the strongest, but at the time he had made Larcade. Why not make 11 more Larcades and then give them Dragon Slayer Lacrima, granting them the ability to use dragon slaying magic? That's all they need to really beat Acnologia. In fact, personally, this is kind of getting off topic, I don't even think Zeref's original plan of getting infinite power to go fight Acnologia would work. Because Acnologia, he can consume magic. So he'd only just theoretically get stronger. Zeref would just be an infinite battery for him. And heck, Zeref might hold him off for a while, but I don't think that plan will work. Now, again, like I said, Larcade, he's not unstoppable. He lost to Spring. I'm going to say Spring. He lost to Sting, yeah, but you got to remember there was other factors at play. There was, Sting was one of the Dragon Slayers who had the ability to kind of nullify his power and his attacks and all that. And he was also, he bodied Kagura. He went up against Sting and Rogue. He was beating them pretty he was beating them pretty well. He got his little stuff off. And I'll admit, him losing to Sting, even though Sting directly countered him, not a good look. Not a good look. But you got to remember, this is Fairy Tale. I mean, how many enemies had was Natsu able to overcome simply because he could consume a certain element or so, right? So, let's not hold that against him, okay? And he wasn't killed. Of course, this is Fairy Tale. No one's killed, but he was still up after that, and he was able to go intervene in the Natsu and and Zeref fight, and then Zeref hit him with an energy. It took Zeref two-shotted Larcade. I mean, and he was weakened at that time. So Larcade is extremely tough. And remember, he blocked Kagura's blade with his bare hands. So he's got he is very powerful. But the trick won't be just him. It'll be 11. It'll be 12 of him dealing with 12 Larcade level beings, right? And like I said, this is where Larcade is one of the only Aetherius other than Natsu who actually wields the capacity to use magic. So now the demons created by Zeref, though, because there's the white, there's Ferris and her demons now, but we're not gonna get into that. But all this to say, with the immense magical power of being one of the top three, being comparable to the top 3 Spriggan, and then going to get Dragon Slayer magic. That's all they need to beat, and that's all they really need to defeat Acnologia. Now, yes, Acnologia he'll have the upper hand, being the fact that he's an arcane dragon. But hey, God Serena could eat 8 Dragon Slayer Lacrima. So who's to say? I mean, even if we only gave them all 5, that would still be plenty. Just give them, different types of attributes and all that. And I mean, Natsu was able to overcome Acnologia using different, energy. So, why couldn't they? And of course, Zeref could always lend a hand. So, yeah. And this force, this 12 Larcade force, we'll call it, that'll be greater than the Spriggan, probably 2 to 3 times more power than the Spriggan 12. And if I'm being entirely honest, I made videos about this in the past. I don't even know who would have won if Larcade, if Acnologia, before he consumed the Time Rift, I don't even know who would have won had he fought the Spriggan 12. Like all of them simultaneously. I mean, the only ones who could have really done damage to him would have been God Serena and Irene. Well, maybe all of them, because Irene could have enchanted them, but Zeref didn't go that route. But this would be a stronger force. Again, none of them would be stronger than Irene, or sorry, that's the maintenance people. I'm going to another room. None of them would be stronger than Irene or August, but they definitely be stronger than all of them together. They would have, that would be a magic force dozens of times greater than the Spriggan 12. And with Dragon Slayer magic, plus their own personal magics that they can have their magic, and so they can have like 8 to 9 attributes. I mean, Larcade's, he was already stated to be Zeref's secret weapon when we first meet him in the original story. So I really think this would have been a good plan. Who knows? Maybe Zeref didn't have the materials, or of course, Mashima just didn't write this in. But I think 12 Larcade level beings could have beaten Acnologia before he consumed the Time Rift. Because after he consumed the Time Rift, that was kind of like a lot. But I mean, hey, just throwing it out there. Anyway, this is Glecko. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Hope you enjoy the video.